Okay.
All you.
So the meta guild is the guild that tries to enable the other guilds. So it does not have its own sort of operating mission aside to make the other guilds successful. The mission is to progressively decentralize the DAO and provide tools, systems, and coordination for guilds, sub guilds, etc. And it's the budget ask is pretty straightforward, which is it's really the people that make up the meta guild is the bulk of the budget, which is 60% of my time, 100% of John's time, and 20% of Zach's time, where 80% of Zach's other time goes to the product guild. Todd is the sort of new member here, taking over for Dave, and Todd looks over our finances and legal. That is most of this budget. Actually, I think we updated this slightly afterwards. Thank you, Zach. So these actually aren't the final numbers, but the other thing we put in budget for is doing retreats for the city council. So we try to do a retreat once a quarter, and we have a bit of a miscellaneous budget. So retreats, the four people mentioned here, and a little bit of extra money that we use for duocracy and sort of random needs that come up. That is what makes up the meta guild.
Question here, or I suppose actually maybe a proposal to rebrand the meta guild as the Boomer Guild, particularly if Phil is going to call them seasons. I mean, call them quarters.
Motion denied. The corporate guild, yes. Any real questions?
I have a question about like the larger structure here. Like, will each guild put together its proposal, and then that'll, assuming that passes, that'll kind of automatically usher in the individual role proposals, or doesn't a role proposal need to, get individually presented if it's over X% of time, or, how are we thinking about that?
Great question. So the idea this season is that we're gonna not approve individual role proposals unless they're very big proposals. And so we want roles to sort of just happen at the guild level without the whole DAO weighing on every single person who's going to get involved. So the DAO is going to vote in the guild budget, and then the guilds can vote in role proposals within their budget. The exception is big roles. And the two things that trigger this are roles that last for more than one season, or roles that have some sort of like special large token lock. So like my role last season is an example of this. Those ones will be voted in on the DAO level.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Zach, did I convey that accurately?
Yes, this is part of us decentralizing. So guilds will start to come up with our own process for how roles get approved, and all of that within a guild, and that's something that we'll be working on in the meta guild as we like increase the capacity of the guilds themselves. But yeah, exactly.
I think the only like DAO-wide guidance here is that anyone that is stepping into a contributor role should, in sort of keeping with our values and norms, go through the process of manifesting that role, coming up with their role title and description, and then those can help really inform and provide a lot of detail to these budget proposals.
Okay. All right, we made it, people.